You know, currently in law, there is a provision that all of our public schools, including charters, all of our public schools have to adhere to the Blue Mitten requirements. These are requirements where schools have to post online, either on their school website or their school district website, essentially their financial reporting, their budgets, how are they spending taxpayer money. And there was a time in this legislature where a majority of people felt that that was very important. We need to know how they're spending taxpayer money. We need to know what they're spending money on to ensure that kids are getting the best education possible. Well, a loophole has been created. And when there are charter schools that are run by for-profit companies, these companies turn around and say, look, we're not a school, we're a private business. So we don't have to adhere to the Blue Mitten requirements or any state law. We're above the law. We should be treating schools, public schools, the same. Whether it's a traditional public school, a self-managed, or a charter-run for-profit. We should be supporting accountability of taxpayer dollars and transparency. We've had some issues with transparency in the state over, recent times. Why would we not want to know how they're spending money? I want to give you a quick example that demonstrates the need for this amendment, which would require this reporting to take place with all charter schools. I pulled up two budgets. One was a self-managed charter in Ann Arbor. They ran two schools, but this was a 12-page budget. Line by line, art supplies, lunchroom aids, retirement. They laid it all out. They had nothing to hide. I pulled up another budget created by a for-profit education management company. It said $1.8 million educational expense. And then it said $485,000 additional expenses. What are additional expenses? We have no idea because they won't disclose it. And again, I just think that all of our public schools should be treated equally and held to the same transparency and accountability standards when it comes to reporting the use of taxpayer dollars to educate our children, and I ask for support.
Thank you, Representative Roberts. The question before the House is on the adoption of the amendment. The clerk will open the board. The amendment is not adopted.